My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Ooh, Pomander. It's not what we want to start with here, but maybe a Silver Crucible. Let's have a look at our paths. There is a 3 elite line, 3 elite 3 rests. If I took like just a couple early fights in the way up to that, we'd have a lot of upgraded cards by the time we get there. It might actually be possible. It's definitely a risky path, but I'm more than willing to roll the bones on it. I was about to say it's not like I have a streak to uphold, but I guess technically at the moment I do. I stand to double that streak in a single run. And at this floor we've got Waterfall Giant, so some scaling damage would not go astray. It's okay, only have to take 1 damage to finish the fight. Kingly, and I'll thin deck a Kingly. Do anything I can do to put it back on top of the deck. So Kingly, whenever I draw it, is going to do 5 more damage. Starts with 10 by base. 6 more damage. Starts with 10 by base now. Second time I drew it, it was 33 with vulnerability as well. Sick. Lunar Blast. Yep, I'm going to want to play a lot of skills to manage the deck as well. Oh, already upgraded Know Thy Place. Yes. I mean, none of those additions to the deck were especially good for specifically the Kingly Punch deck, but I only need to throw the Kingly Punch back to the top of the deck a couple of times for it to already be huge. Get him! So close. If only we had the Kingly. Gather Light, Celestial Might, and Hidden Cache. I'm not against taking a Gather Light here just to have an upgraded Defend. In fact, I might boldly describe myself as pro that. Yeah, I mean, they managed to hit the weaken on us, but we're still going to split you this turn. I want my 40 gold back, so I will steal the Falling Star from the discard pile, play it again. Bottle Potential, Cloak of Stars, Begone, and Hidden Cache. I'm going to take the Cloak of Stars as additional defense and another skill that's very easy to play with the Lunar Blast. I definitely don't want to take a bunch of damage right before I roll into all these elites. Cloak of Stars and Crescent Spear, maybe? Yeah. Let's upgrade Venerate. I need more stars. I was about to say, if I draw Kingly, it's already lethal. 8 more damage on Kingly means it's not going to be able to take up one of the frontliners, unfortunately. Almost managed to finish the Gardener that buffs here. But ultimately don't need to, we're all good. 1, 2, gather. Managing to keep everyone really managed here. Cloak of Stars. Happily use a strike, take 3 damage. So what? That's 15 damage over the course of this entire fight. That's, especially for not actually having an AoE card yet, that's huge. Manifest Authority, Glow. I feel like Manifest Authority is probably the easiest additional defense to add to this deck as well. It was either going to be that or Glow. I wasn't going to ignore both of them. Here we'll take a rest. Gold Axe. Deals damage equal to the number of cards played this combat. Of course, that's very low at the moment, but not too long until it's much more reasonable. $24. That puts the enemy directly below stagger limit. Am I willing to take 9 damage this turn for that? Yeah, otherwise staggering you next turn is going to be damn near impossible. I'd like to prevent this 24 somehow. I feel like I'm going to... yeah, let's prevent that with our face, actually. I want to look at this colorless potion, just... Well, that helps change my mind. We get a Fasten that helps us fully defend that turn. I should have played the Falling Star. Yeah, there's not enough star cost cards left in the deck for that to be a good idea to ignore. Nine damage, and finally we get our Kingly Punch to finish the fight with. I'll manifest exactly 1 more authority. I have to upgrade, though. I mean, yeah, I'll drop the bombardment on you as well. Do I cycle? No, I just take 5 damage that turn. Okay. Know thy place. Cloak of Stars twice. And that'll get that done with very little damage taken to us. Ornamental Fan. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. I was about to say I don't feel like any glow, but I do. It's not too long I would have to carry the spoils map for. And also the deck is actually relatively large, so carrying it isn't that difficult. I have to rest here though, just because the explosion turn could be really cruel. Couldn't it be nostalgia, putting the Kingly Punch back atop the deck every turn, huh? Okay, see if we can keep him weakened for a while. Come on. Do I put Venerate in the new draw pile? Yeah, I put it in the new draw pile and then I draw into it. The majority of the cards in the deck I want to draw past, so it's better to do that, I think. I'm going to throw a defend and then cycle to get some more defense this turn as well, because that just wasn't enough. You're okay, buddy. I know that guy out there has a flamethrower, but that's necessary, apparently. I mean, it's sealing all of the stuff out there. I don't know building, okay? it's sealing some stuff. It's making some stuff stickier than it was before, and that stuff is now waterproof, and it needs a flamethrower involved in the process. So that you can look cool while you're installing it, I imagine. Shockwave. Yes. I'll also leave the ultimate strike atop the deck there, so don't have to worry. I can't hit the Kingly Punch here. That's actually bad. Because if I do that, it will not be drawn. It just gets placed into our hand. Well, this sucks. Taking 17 damage straight to the body that turn is going to make it much harder to survive next turn. Let's grab the weaken. Put a strike atop the draw pile. We did it. Whoa! Thank you, Nostalgia. Royalties on top of Amethyst Aubergine, we get a huge amount of gold per fight, but then, like, is it now reasonable to just take fights? Is that now what I do? As my main priority? I don't want to have to do that as my main priority. Guards, just remove a bunch of cards from... Yeah, it's got to be cards, right? Makes the deck thinner for the sake of the minions as well. Sealed Throne. Whenever you play a card, gain a star. Yeah. That seems right to me. That's all more strikes. Oh, that is all strikes and defends, though. That is a lot. It's 4 of each. Whoa. Like, what's Sealed Throne allowing me to do that I'm not otherwise capable of doing? Taking more star cards, getting a black hole in this deck. Sozu, obviously, gives us access to more usable energy, but I don't think that's as much of a concern. Yeah, Pandora, oh boy. Well, I will say, 7 stars, certainly good. Gather Light, certainly good. Tyranny, huge. Black Hole, maybe, and the rest of these a little bit less. I'm going to have a lot of turns where I draw a knockout blow and I have absolutely nothing I can do with it. And that's just going to be a bit dispiriting every time it happens. Alright, let's guards through all of these. 2 of them. Oh, I'd love to be doing something else. These are not the right cards for this situation. I can prolong. Throw a Kingly Punch for some damage. I mean, yeah, now it's just down to spending and gaining stars to trigger Black Hole as many times as possible to finish the fight as quickly as possible. Oh my god, Monarch's Gaze has been reduced to 2 cost? Do you upgrade to 1? Oh, that's actually a good card now. It's a real card. They printed that card? Gotta weaken the buff one. And take 6. Stable Serum, Begone, Guiding Star, and Conqueror. There's a different world where Guiding Star gets played here, but it's not this one. Child of the Stars on Alignment and Hidden Cache. I feel like all of those are supposed to go in this deck. They're all ways of increasing our defense, basically, if you think about it a little bit. I don't have any X's in here, do I? No. And then one of the knockout blows is definitely the excess to requirement. I also feel like a single ultimate defend, just a solid block card by itself. Our AoE is certainly lacking outside of 7 stars and Black Hole, which we don't often have the ability to save for. Monarch's Gaze is going to be especially useful with Exterminate, hitting all enemies 4 times, taking away their strength 4 times as well. I feel like I probably get more value out of taking Colors here. Restlessness. Sometimes Restlessness is very easy for me to play. Sometimes it's very hard. Thinking ahead is pretty much always good here, though. Enchantment attack with Corrupted. I mean, putting that on knockout blows so you only really play it if it's lethal helps it reach 15 damage, but 15 damage further? Is that really worthwhile? Or do you just transform it away? Oh, it turned into Gatherlight. Significantly better, actually. Oh. Oh, buddy. Just hopping up at the same time as I put a hand down to hold him. Let's get upgraded cards out of the Manifest Authority so we can manifest Authority properly. Oh, there's the Restlessness. That's Restlessness. Oh. There we go. We even get to play it out. We prepared a bunch of stars for us, which is a really good idea, because here it's like, okay, where are your stars? Thinking ahead to put a Kingly Punch back atop the deck to be able to play that next turn. 7 stars is already 47 of the enemy, another 3 from the Black Hole AoE. Enemy very well staggered. Rude. Actually not very capable of defending this turn. That alignment's unplayable right now, but damn it. Never mind, we're not generating the jackpot. Or rather, we're not generating the Restlessness. Because we have jackpot in hand instead. Get rid of the 7 stars, that's going to be unplayable here. Ooh. Bunch of stars. Remember when that 7 stars was unplayable here? Me too. Okay. Enemy's definitely going to get staggered this turn. So, no need to focus on keeping defense cards. Beautiful. I do feel like a single Astral Pulse makes sense in this deck. An AoE that is not 7 stars. Spoils map is out of the deck, and we gain a Pendulum for our efforts. Dying Star, both defense and offense in AoE, huge. Sturdy Clamp, up to 10 block persists between turns. I'm actually not keen to remove something from this deck. Let's War Paint. Upgrading 2 useful cards and Sturdy Clamp to keep keep our energy up. Keep our block up, brother. Yeah, I'll play Daughter of the Wind. Free defense. Seems good to me. I'll preemptively rest here, because I could even see a world where I need to rest in the next one. But maybe I take the Elite rather than question mark here. You manage to retain a full 10 block to the next turn with the Sturdy Clasp. Ooh, big 7 stars. We'll charge through the 2 worst cards in the draw, or at least the 2 slowest cards in the draw pile, because with 52 health left on the enemy, we really should just close out the fight. Well, didn't get any additional block that turn. Thank you, Dying Star, for being both offense and defense at the same time. It's entirely essential there. Monologue. With 7 stars, Monologue has 7 stars and Exterminate and Lunar Blast and Monologue is already upgraded. Okay, it does have a place, actually. I was working my way up to say it doesn't. God, I hate when the game makes me make a good decision instead of my bad decision I wanted to make, you know? I will say, Stable Serum to retain guards here is actually really useful. All right. Fully blocked. Although I feel like maybe in retrospect I'll feel like I should have been more aggressive. Let's actually draw. Okay, I'll mono charge through the cards that I'm not going to be able to cast or going to be too slow to get value out of. And 40 damage. I do want to over-defend here because of the Sturdy Clamp still. Next turn is your next big multi-attack, which is absolutely annoying if I have to take it, so much rather avoid it if possible. Oh boy, that doesn't look like it was possible. Manifest Authority causes us to take 18 damage but defends us for 9, so I do think this is just to pass that turn because all of those skills in hand would have hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Lunar Blast for the kill. I can definitely see the world where Orbit wants to be in this deck, but I also feel like it's way too slow. Not prepared to use both of my potions in that fight. Certainly feeling a little worse for wear right now. 7 stars is also going to be a bad way to spend my energy in this. I'll use Salvo to retain this hand. I do feel like I can't take additional damage consistently because, like, I'm later going to have to choose one of the damage options. The sooner I can get Monarch's Gaze out, I think the better off I am. I'm not really on the beat of doing a bunch of damage yet. So Monologue doesn't need to be played that turn. Also, I should consistently be looking for cards from the colorless set that can just help take over the game as well. Here, definitely I'll have to take Disintegration. I cannot combo off with only 3 cards played in the same turn. At least not with this deck. Definitely should hit the enemy as many times as I can this turn. Actually, Dying Star gets most of it done by itself. We generate an equilibrium there as well. It's difficult. They don't just have basics in the deck to use as my exhaust fodder consistently. The AoE cards are kind of inefficient. Okay, at least we still have Manifest Authority this turn. Scroll fills out our hand with actually a huge amount of cool cards. Making it easier for us to have one of our best turns there. Oh, right, we're also salvo from last turn, so we also get to play this Equilibrium next turn. Beautiful. Oh, the retain goes hard here. We'll drop that charge. It's about late enough. Let's get the monologue out on the fields. I do feel like Manifest Authority is like where it's at right now, though. Dying Star, Equilibrium. Maybe I shouldn't... Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have used the monologue that turn. It was for the next turn. Although maybe it was just, you know, a good idea to get it out of the hand there, I guess. I want to hit as many times as possible here. We'll take a dash. Got to keep that Lunar Blast, sadly. Ultimate Defend, Ultimate Strike. Stop healing, you coward! Equilibrium and Ultimate Defend, definitely. And then ideally, we're thinking of some sort of big combo this turn. Well, I'm having a look at this hand, and I'm not seeing the... Never mind. I wasn't seeing the pieces that would constitute something called a combo, but... As soon as we got Meteor Strike giving us the ability to play out all the rest of our hand, yeah, that's enough. Make it so. Especially with Monarch's Gaze is very good. I do think, you know, if I could develop both Monarch's Gaze in the final fight, the boss can't ever do anything to me. But Make It So is also making our current Monarch's Gaze better. How bad for me would it really be? I guess, you know, maybe he might guards my whole hand. But if Vaku played my opening turn, I do think it'd really help, and I do think the additional energy matters now. How many merchants are in the same line? 1, 2... If all 3 of them were on the same line there, I think there's a world where I could have done that. But I'm going to have Vaku play our first turn, and then I'm going to fight as few enemies as possible while just trying to get up to the top of the map. Hey, I've made more misplays in my own first turns before. than that. Worked out pretty well, I guess. I mean, we're taking a decent amount of damage here. Not going to sugarcoat that part. Damn it, I did have the thinking head in hand. Ugh. Just get Crescent Spear into hand. Woohoo! Cloak of Stars upgraded. I still do care about my defense, but I don't think that's where I get it from anymore. A second copy of Child of the Stars. I don't think Rolling Boulder is how we do damage either. But I do think a second copy of Child of the Stars is helpful. I'm going to save my money for the next shop and see if the relic there matters more. So many cards that I want randomly upgraded. Oh, what are you doing? I literally said earlier, like, what's the worst thing he can do? He can just guards my whole hand. He's done it twice out of 2 times so far. My man has a 100% hit rate for destroying my hand. Anyway, this is the only turn worth of damage I'm gonna even possibly have to develop on the enemy here, so we'll see how we go here. All right, there we go. All of that said and done. We did 50 damage. Oh my god. I chose this path because it's question marks. Where's all my no fights? Oh, I guess this is my first question mark that actually has been a fight. Oop. Well, we drew no defend cards, and we will be dying as a result. Wait, 7. Wait, hang on. 7 by 2, and you would have been... Okay, yeah, I still die even if I monologue the right target. I think Tyranny needed to be upgraded. It's not like I had the opportunity to upgrade Tyranny since taking the Whispering Earring. But Tyranny being upgraded would have given us a guaranteed value play on that first turn, because this is innate, so it would just be drawn to the hard left of our hand. So we would always play that before doing anything else, which guarantees that on the next turn, I'm at least drawing into 6 cards and burning the worst card there, giving us a lot more like consistency and value out of the additional energy. Whereas right now, it feels like the additional energy from Whispering Earring was going to be capable of contributing really, really strongly to our non-turn 1 turns, which is to say the majority of the turns in the boss fights. However, it's really goddamn awful at normal fights. And unfortunately, all it took was 2 of those really awfuls until the inevitable result thereof. God damn it. I gotta stop trusting that Vaku fella. So what? This had Kasaragama Vajra Toolbox, as well as a bunch of those cards really could have gone okay in this deck. Just like Parasol would have actually done a lot of work here. So I'm wondering if, because Preserve Thog, we definitely didn't need to remove 3 more cards from this deck. We certainly could have found 3 cards to remove from this deck and make it better. But I think the correct option here might have been Lord's Parasol, and then just sliding through 2 shops. We do get to remove 2 cards. We also get, 12 cards added to our deck, but and 6 relics. Kasaragama wouldn't really change much here. I'm not often triggering on Mental Fan. Vajra, same. Toolbox. Toolbox would be really helpful, especially considering, you know, instead of not playing our first turn, we would have a toolbox and get to choose one of 3 random colorless cards to put in our opening hand. We even have more control over that turn rather than less. Dang. Sometimes Vaku says, literally, go to hell right now. I'll meet you there, buddy. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past and the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Nick Starfield. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.